Hi, this is Gina Dinas Bait, and this report is current as of Friday, the 22nd here. Seems as though I missed posting a report here on the board last week. Sorry about that. Special hours for this holiday weekend. Monday is the only day we're going to have special hours, but we'll start with Friday. Friday we're going to be open from 5:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. Sunday from 5 a.m. to 7 p.m. Excuse me, that was Saturday. 5 a.m. to 7 p.m. Sunday, 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. And on Monday, the holiday, 5:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. Hope everybody has a safe and happy holiday. As far as the fishing report goes, we had quite a bit of cooler weather this week. Earlier in the week, a lot of wind, so the pressure was real light earlier in the week, although there's some guys getting out here the last few days. Water temps are still in the mid-50s for the most part. I'm sure they're going to be warming up quickly here with the sun finally peeking out in the last couple of days. But mid-50s is where we seem to be. Lake Mendota, catfish have been a little more active up in Cherokee Marsh and in the river by Naughty Gal and stuff. Out here on the lake, a few pike have been caught this week. Some guys said they had some fish up into the mid, even upper 30-inch range. Smallmouth have been fishermen have been struggling a little bit with this cooler weather again, but they've still been catching a few. I'm sure they're in a pre-spawn mode. I don't think they're spawning yet. Some guys think that they're in that spawning areas. Crappies have been getting more active on the chain here. They're in that 7-8 foot of water. The North Shore over by Bishop's Bay, Stony Point, County Park. Over on the west side, Marshall Park and south towards Spring Harbor. Some other areas to look for those fish would be over in University Bay, along the University shoreline, down by the Crew Boat House, down by the Limnology Building, or even by the Union. Also over by the Edgewater Motel. And then some days they'll be out in front of Tenney Park. It's a little premature for some of those areas on the South Shore, but they're going to be kicking in here real soon. Lake Monona, the panfish action continues to be pretty decent over in Squaw Bay and Turville Bay. Generally out in that 5 to 8 foot of water seems to be the areas that guys keep telling me that they're catching both crappies and bluegills in right now. But again, I'd be starting to look for some bluegills. I'm starting to move a little shallower. As soon as this water warms up again, they're going to be wanting to get into that spawning mode here pretty quick. I have heard some crappie and bluegill action over by Obrick at times here too, but not a lot. I continue to hear a little bit of muskie action over on Lake Monona and also down on Lake Wabeesa and Wingra. As far as Lake Wabeesa goes, that crappie bite has continued this week, although it faltered a little earlier in the week with the colder weather and the wind, all the wind that we had. Obviously, pressure was low, not a lot of guys out there, but the guys who have been venturing here the latter part of the week have still been saying they've been doing okay with the crappies, and I've had some bluegill reports over there too. Some fish that have been caught kind of shallow. Guys thought maybe they were doing a little spawning activity. It seems a little early for that for me, but they probably are in those 4 and 5 foot of water areas. He said they had a couple limits a couple days ago here. The walleye bite seems to be primarily a night bite still on the chain, shallow shorelines. This last year at this time, there was a mid-lake trolling bite going on Wabeesa and Kegonsa, but I have yet to talk to anybody who claims to be doing very good at that at this juncture of time this year. Again, our water temps are in the mid-50s. Hopefully they're going to be warming up here pretty quick. A lot of the shore anglers have been struggling a little bit around town. They've been taking a few gills and crappies off the convention center wall, and over by Tenney Park, they've been getting a few gills and a few crappies in there. Some largemouth bass back in the lagoon. A few smallmouth off the break wall out on Mendota, and a few crappies out there once in a while. Otherwise, some of the shore anglers have still been running up to Crystal Lake, where they've been taking quite a few bluegills up in that area too. That's about all I got for you right now. If you got any questions, give us a call at the store, 608-241-4225. Thanks, guys.